We all know Cassi Davis from the iconic Medea movies, where she lit up the screen as the hilarious Aunt Bam. She's had families laughing for decades. But when it comes to her real life, Cassi has kept things locked up tight. People have thrown around rumors for years, but most of the guesses about her private world have been flat out wrong. Now at 61, Cassi finally decided to open up about parts of her life. And let's just say some of the details are jaw-dropping. Born Cassi Davis on July 31, 1964 in Holly Springs, Mississippi, she came from a small, close-knit community. Her parents raised her with strong values rooted in faith and discipline. They were devout Christians who shaped Cassi's beliefs from the jump. That deep foundation of faith would later guide not only her career but also her most personal choices. Though Cassi rarely talks about her mom and dad, she's admitted they were her biggest supporters. They pushed her to embrace her gifts, especially in music and performing. In school, Cassi was no ordinary kid. She stood out. She was active in the choir, rocked her roles in school plays, and showed that spark of star power early on. Her family saw it too, and they fueled her passion for music and performance every step of the way. After high school, Cassi didn't waste any time. She chased her dreams all the way to Spelman College in Atlanta, a historic powerhouse for Black women in the arts. At Spelman, she dove headfirst into music, surrounded by talent and opportunity, sharpening her craft and chasing her big dreams. But here's the twist. Cassi's time at Spelman wasn't all smooth sailing. Despite her fire and undeniable talent, she hit a major roadblock that completely flipped the script on her education and future. Cassi's faith wasn't just something she practiced on Sundays, it was her whole identity. So when she wanted to sing a Christian song for one of her required recitals at Spelman, she thought it would be no problem. But here's the shocker. The college flat out refused. They had strict rules about what music could be performed, and her chosen song didn't make the cut. That rejection hit Cassi hard, harder than anyone around her even realized. To her, this wasn't just about a recital. It was about her core beliefs being silenced. And instead of compromising her faith, Cassi made a bold move. She walked away from Spelman without finishing her degree. It was a turning point that changed everything. She stepped into a brand new chapter, chasing her dreams outside the walls of academia. But years later, with her career on fire, Cassi circled back. In 2008, she decided it was time to finish what she started, believing that her degree could open doors even beyond the acting world. By 2009, she proudly had that diploma in her hand. Leaving Spelman had been a painful choice, but it ended up being the spark she needed. Cassi planted herself in Atlanta, grinding in both acting and music. She didn't have a degree at first, but she had raw talent and an unshakable drive. And that was enough to carve her path in the cutthroat entertainment world. She started stacking up roles in theater and television, building her name brick by brick. And through it all, Cassi never wavered from her faith. Her Christian beliefs guided her every move, shaping the kind of roles she accepted and the way she carried herself. That commitment became her signature. Then came her big break, 1988's Spike Lee classic, School Days. The film dove into the realities of Black college life and gave Cassi her first chance to shine on the big stage. Sure, her part was small, but her talent was impossible to miss. That small role in School Days may not have made her a household name, but it was big enough to get Cassi noticed by the right people. Suddenly, doors started cracking open, and one connection would change everything for her career. Enter Chip Field, a powerhouse actress, singer, and director who instantly saw Cassi's raw potential. Chip didn't just admire her talent from afar, she took Cassi under her wing, mentoring her and sharpening her skills like a diamond in the rough. With Chip's guidance, Cassi not only leveled up as an actress, but also gained insider knowledge and priceless connections that pushed her further into Hollywood's circle. Through the late 80s and into the 90s, Cassi started landing roles on TV and in film, each one building her name and proving her range. She popped up in Living Single as Francine and even made an appearance on Married with Children as Millie. These weren't leading parts, but they were crucial stepping stones that showed off her comedic timing and ability to give even small characters real depth. Cassi kept stacking her resume, grabbing roles in projects like Silent Bomb and A Different World. Each performance added another layer to her reputation, proving she could swing between comedy and drama like it was nothing. By this point, people in the industry knew Cassi Davis was more than reliable. She was the kind of actress who elevated every scene she touched. But then came the real turning point, the moment she crossed paths with Tyler Perry. At the time, he was a rising playwright, actor, and filmmaker, building his empire with a unique mix of comedy, drama, and moral storytelling. Tyler saw something in Cassi that nobody else had tapped into, a spark that could bring a whole new flavor to his productions. So he approached her with an offer to star in one of his stage plays. But here's the twist. Cassi wasn't immediately sold on the idea. Stage acting was a whole different beast compared to the TV and film work Cassi was used to. And honestly, she wasn't sure if it was the right move. But Tyler Perry wasn't letting her slip away that easy. He pushed, encouraged, and kept reminding her of the powerhouse he knew she could be on stage. And finally, Cassi took the leap that would change her life forever. Her first role with Perry came in the stage play I Can Do Bad All By Myself, where she stepped into the shoes of Ella Payne. The audience loved her. The warmth, the humor, the authenticity. Cassi brought Ella to life in a way that left people talking long after the curtain closed. That moment marked the beginning of one of the most powerful collaborations in modern Black entertainment. From there, things only got bigger. Tyler's Medea character was quickly becoming a cultural phenomenon. The tough, no-nonsense grandmother who stole every scene. And Cassi was right there beside him, locked into a key role that would make her unforgettable to audiences worldwide. Her character, Ella Payne, hit home for fans everywhere. She wasn't just funny. She was real, relatable, and full of soul. Cassi's performances became a driving force in the Medea franchise's success, making her a fan favorite with every new film and stage production. Suddenly, Cassi Davis wasn't just another actress. She was a household name. The Medea franchise catapulted her into stardom and proved she could handle comedy and drama with the same effortless charm. With hits like Medea's Family Reunion, Medea Goes to Jail, and Medea's Big Happy Family, Cassi stamped her legacy as one of the franchise's most beloved stars. And she didn't stop there. Cassi carried Ella Payne over to the hit TV series House of Payne, which ran from 2007 to 2012 before making its comeback. The show became one of cable's biggest successes, and once again, Cassi's role was at the heart of it all, securing her place as a true force in the entertainment world. Cassi's role as Ella Payne didn't just win hearts, it won hardware too. She scooped up awards like the NAACP Image Award for Outstanding Actress in a Comedy Series, cementing her spot as one of Hollywood's most respected talents. From a small-town girl in Mississippi to a celebrated star, Cassi's rise is a powerful story of talent, grit, and faith. Her career has been packed with milestones and unforgettable moments, but it was her partnership with Tyler Perry that truly sealed her place in entertainment history. The Medea universe wouldn't have been the same without Cassi's authentic humor and heartfelt performances. Fans adored the way she blended comedy with warmth, making her one of the most recognizable faces on TV and film. But while the cameras loved her, Cassi wasn't one to flaunt her personal life. She kept things private, which only made fans hungrier for details. And that's when the rumors started spiraling out of control. At one point, gossip blogs even spread a shocking death hoax about her, leaving fans in panic before the truth came out that she was very much alive. And then came the wildest rumor of all, that she was secretly married to her House of Payne co-star LaVan Davis. Their on-screen chemistry as Curtis and Ella Payne was so strong that people swore it had to be real. Add the fact that they share the same last name, and suddenly the theory of them being husband and wife in real life caught fire. The buzz only grew louder, despite both Cassi and LaVan making it crystal clear that their bond was purely professional. The truth? Cassi's real love story was playing out far from the spotlight. She's married to Kerry Patton, her longtime boyfriend, who she's actually known since childhood. The two first met way back in 3rd grade and reconnected later in life, proving that sometimes the sweetest love stories are the ones that quietly stand the test of time. In 2017, Cassi and Kerry finally made it official, tying the knot in a private ceremony with close friends and family cheering them on. And unlike the messy rumors about her and LaVan Davis, Cassi's real love story with Kerry has always been low-key, built on trust, respect, and decades of history between them. Kerry may not be a Hollywood name, but he's been the steady anchor in Cassi's life. Through every high and low of her career, he's had her back. giving her the strength to keep shining under the spotlight. Their relationship is proof that real love doesn't need a stage. It just needs two people who understand and uplift each other. While they've chosen to keep most details about their marriage private, one thing is clear. They've stood strong together and continue to live a happy, quiet life outside the frenzy of fame. But then, a shocking moment sent fans into absolute chaos. Cassi was suddenly hit with a death hoax. Out of nowhere, false reports started spreading online claiming she had died of cancer. The rumor exploded across social media, leaving fans heartbroken and colleagues scrambling for answers. The grief was real, but so was the lie. The entire story turned out to be completely fake. Tyler Perry himself had to step up and set the record straight. He blasted the false reports and reassured fans that Cassi was alive and well. Perry didn't hold back his frustration, calling out the danger of spreading unverified stories and stressing the importance of facts over gossip. The whole ordeal not only exposed how dangerous online rumors can be, but also proved just how loved Cassi really is, because the world panicked at even the thought of losing her. Tyler Perry couldn't resist handling the hoax in his trademark style. After getting flooded with condolence calls, he picked up the phone and dialed Cassi directly, jokingly asking her, "Are you dead?" Cassi, of course, answered alive and well, and just like that, order was restored. Other friends and colleagues quickly spoke up too, shutting down the cruel rumor and assuring fans that Cassi was fine. Their voices helped calm the chaos, but the whole ordeal showed just how damaging false information can be, especially in a world where social media spreads lies faster than the truth. No, Cassi didn't have cancer, and no, she wasn't dying, but she did reveal something she had been quietly battling, something fans had already started whispering about. In a candid interview, Cassi opened up about being diagnosed with Bell's palsy, a condition that causes sudden weakness or paralysis in the muscles on one side of the face. For someone whose career depends on expression, timing, and stage presence, the diagnosis was a bombshell. Early on, fans had noticed changes in her appearance, a sagging on one side of her face that led many to believe she had suffered a stroke. Cassi shut that talk down, explaining the real cause. Adding to the speculation, she began limping, which only fueled the stroke rumors. But Cassi hasn't shared details about the limp, keeping that part of her journey private. What she did confirm is that she first noticed Bell's palsy symptoms in 2020. Her face started drooping, and she struggled to control muscles she had relied on for her entire career. The shock of the diagnosis hit her hard, but Cassi refused to let it break her spirit. With her deep faith, the love of her family, and the encouragement of her friends, she pushed forward, determined to keep working despite the obstacles. In her interview, she opened up about how she leaned on her strength and her faith to keep going, proving once again just how resilient she really is. Cassi opened up about how she managed her career while facing Bell's palsy, and it wasn't easy. She revealed that she had to lean on makeup tricks and clever lighting techniques just to minimize the visible effects on screen. But instead of letting it stop her, she powered through with determination, proving her passion for acting was stronger than any obstacle. She wasn't fighting this battle alone either. Tyler Perry and the entire House of Payne family rallied behind her, making sure she had every accommodation needed to keep doing what she loved. That kind of support gave Cassi the confidence to keep shining even when the struggle felt overwhelming. By telling her story, Cassi didn't just clear the air. She raised awareness about Bell's palsy and gave hope to countless others dealing with the condition. Her openness became an inspiration, showing people everywhere that dreams don't have to die because of physical setbacks. Her journey has become a living example of resilience, faith, and the power of having the right people in your corner. From the wild misconceptions about her being married to Layvan Davis, to the truth of her lifelong love with Carrie Patton, and even through a terrifying death hoax and the battle with Bell's palsy, Cassi's story is layered with strength, heartbreak, and triumph. And through it all, one thing hasn't changed. Cassi Davis remains a beloved figure in the entertainment industry, adored by fans who see not just the actress on screen, but the fighter behind the scenes. By 2025, Cassi Davis had built a net worth of about $6 million, a fortune earned through years of hard work in film and television. Her unforgettable roles in House of Payne and the Madea franchise didn't just bring her fame, they brought her serious financial success and a permanent spot in Hollywood history. But what makes Cassi stand out isn't just the money or the accolades. It's how grounded she's stayed despite it all. She's poured her heart into giving back, making sure her blessings go further than her own household. After her own battle with Bell's palsy, Cassi threw herself into raising awareness and funding for organizations supporting others with the same condition. For her, it wasn't just about surviving it. It was about helping others live through it too. Her deep Christian faith has also fueled her philanthropy. Cassi has long supported church-based programs that uplift communities in need, from food drives to scholarships for underprivileged students, to mentoring young people who need guidance and hope. She's used her platform not just to entertain, but to empower. Through her giving, Cassi proves that her legacy stretches way beyond the screen. She's not just Aunt Bam, not just Ella Payne. She's a woman of resilience, faith, and compassion, showing the world that success means nothing if you don't use it to lift others up. And that's why Cassi Davis remains one of the most beloved and respected figures in entertainment today. A star who continues to shine bright both on and off the stage. There you have it. If you enjoyed this deep dive into Cassi's story, don't forget to like, subscribe, drop a comment, and share this video. And trust me, you'll want to stick around because we've got even more shocking celebrity stories coming your way. See you on the next video.